now tuned into the greatest. Turn the music up in the headphones.
What is up, YouTube? Mark Kicks coming at you with another video. I had the camera already set up from if you've checked out my shoe channel, Mark Kicks. I've had the camera already set up, so I figured I might as well do a new style video. Well, not really a new style, but just me talking. Instead of talking while driving, I'll just talk and kind of go over my thoughts. Some of you may know I've hinted to in a couple of my previous videos, I am starting the process of car shopping. And with me, the way I break down my car shopping is a little different than most people. Some people have one car they have their eyes set on and they go to that. I bounce around. One week, if you ask me, I could be like, yeah, I'm getting that. And then a couple days later, I'm like, ooh, that looks promising. And like, I kind of base it on a couple things. I base it off real like driver reviews. So I'll go on forums of the cars that I am looking at and interested in. And honestly, if there's good reviews and stuff, that weighs on me. And if there's like a lot of horror stories, that also weighs on me. As you may know, I just got out of a Range Rover Velar. There was no owner stories. I was the first one to take delivery in Nebraska. So there was nobody to go off of. And yeah, I guess mine was not really a horror story, but yeah, I couldn't avoid it. So I based it off that. I look at if the car I think is cool, if I can picture myself driving it, kind of what's the driving experience, and honestly, if people would like to kind of see it. I like doing car YouTube videos, so I don't really want to get like a car that nobody wants to see, like a 2008 Prius. I don't even know if Prius were made in 2008. I just made that number up. I just know if people don't want to see it, I really, you know, it's just, I like making car videos. They're fun. I like cars and I like talking about them. I like doing stuff to them, so I figured that has to be somewhere in the equation. I kind of go down my list of what I'm thinking about, what I'm looking at, and what are the possibilities. Number one on the list, and it may make some people mad, but it is the Chevy Blazer RS. When Chevy announced they were bringing back the Blazer name, I kind of got excited thinking it's got to be something different. They're not going to bring back that big old useless thing. And they brought it back, and they brought it back in a way that I would like. Camaro inspired. I'm a Camaro fanboy. Camaro inspired SUV, sporty, and you had me sold on Camaro inspired. I didn't need to see the rest. But I really like the way it looks. It has the sharp body lines, the aggressive lines, really Camaro front end. Interior is Camaro everywhere, which I love, with a little bit more tech. So a lot of tech and Camaro. It's just, it's Beyonce, Jay-Z. That's it. It's a match made in heaven. Yeah, so that's the first one on the list. I think it's cool. I think it looks cool. It's new. I didn't want to buy a new car also, but here we are. Every time I start car shopping, something new drops. It's like car manufacturers are like watching me or something. They're like, hey, is Marcus looking for a car? We're about to pull out something new. Something out of the vault. But I love the Chevy Blazer. Don't tell me you like the old Chevy Blazer. The one that looks like freaking, I don't know, that you would see on the side of the road upside down in a ditch, underwater or something. That thing is gross. I know there's built ones, but yeah, if you spend 100 grand on your car, on your truck, Blazer, it should look nice. But the just beat up ones, oh god. Number two on the list, Tesla Model 3. The Model 3 is something I've gone back and forth with. I really love that car. I will have that car, if not now or in the next month. In a couple years, I will have a Tesla. It's just a wrap. Like the way that car just works, how smart it is, the driving itself, the look of the car, how comfortable the seats are, the technology, everything in there is beautiful. That thing is beautiful. And I don't know why so many people don't know that they're fully electric. I think my girlfriend didn't know. My mom had no idea. They just thought they were normal cars. So I don't know what's going on, but you don't put gas in them. So you save money, somewhat. Because then you have to install a charging station, like 700 bucks. Then you have to electric bill, da 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 da. But yeah, all I know is that thing. Thank you, Elon. Number 3 is we're back in a Range Rover Sport. But I was thinking about, so I talked to CarMax. CarMax has tons of them. Get one, 25,000 miles on it. Do the CarMax 5-year warranty, which is like an extra 5-6 grand. And I have a car for the price range that I want it to be in. Oh, I didn't even tell you the price range, but if the Range Rover was 65 after taxes, like 70 after registration and our freaking crazy put plates, you have to pay us 6 grand. After that, I coming out of a 70, I wanna dial it down a bit. So I wanna hopefully be in the 40 low end to the high I would do is 55. But I'm not doing 55 on a Chevy Blazer because I'm not doing 55 grand for a freaking Chevy SUV. So if I did the Blazer, it'd be on the low end. If I did the Tesla, it'd be, I think I spec'd one out like 51. But 55. So the Range Rover would fall in the 50, right around Range Rover Sport 2016, 2017, used with some miles, but with the warranty, because I'm not messing with used Range Rover stuff. But yeah, back in a Range Rover Sport. I like the way they look. It was the car I wanted before I got the Velar. Yeah, I just think they look nice. I don't know. They got that like this is a Russian ambassador pulling up, and a bunch of like 6 Range Rover Sports pull up and he just gets out the back. I don't know, it just has that weird feel to it. I really like the Range Rover. I will be back in a Range Rover, but I just have to let my experience kind of wash out of my system for a year or 2. So I don't know if Range Rover Sport is I don't know if it's really in the race, but I do love that thing. Next, I also looked back at the Porsche Macan. If you know, I had originally spec'd out a Macan to replace the Range Rover. Then the dealership played me and added about $11,000 in options to the one I had already optioned out and wanted them to build. So with that experience, Porsche pissed me off and I was like, I'm out of here. And that kind of ruined the experience for me. But I do love the Macan and I love the way it looks. I love the size of it. It's not big, it's not tiny, and it's a little sporty. It's faster than the Range Rovers, well, some of the Range Rovers, and it's just got that Porsche feel which you can't beat. You can't beat. I love when I get the opportunity to drive a Macan. They just feel amazing. So that is definitely on the list. That would honestly fall in. The problem is the cheap ones are about 50, and I don't think I want really a used one. I really need CarPlay in the next car that I get. So a cheap one would be 50, 55. So I'm at the top of my what I want to be in budget, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make that work. But I really like the Macan. So that's kind of my thoughts on it. Let me get yours. Some of the runner-ups kind of probably go with like the Genesis G70, you know, North American Car of the Year. That thing is beautiful inside and out. It just gives me a little too old, I don't know, like I'm selling freaking townhomes or freaking villas or something. I don't know. Other runner-ups, I like the Volvo XC90. That was cool. I even looked at, the only truck I really looked at is a Ram 1500. It's just too big. I don't need that. I'm not too big on trucks. And come on, bro, you just gonna come in here and make noise? For real? Okay. Yeah, so I've looked at a lot of stuff and I'm just trying to narrow down what I feel like the best bang for the buck, and kind of something I'll enjoy. Hopefully I don't keep it for 18 months like I did with the Range Rover. Hopefully I keep it for longer than that. Yeah, probably will definitely, if I'm getting something new, probably look at leasing, but obviously used you have to finance. But yeah, so stay tuned. There will be some very interesting what I pick. We'll see what the YouTube world is feeling about it. What I pick, yeah, it'll be interesting. Bro, sorry, my dogs are in here fighting. Like, yeah, MarKicks, hit me up if you want to check out the shoe channel and see this crazy little world that also exists. Do that. But he's growling at her because this dude, I'm gonna show y'all. So Buddy decides to hide his freaking bone, and he puts all the like wrappers that I used to ship out shirts, he puts them all on top of his bone. So my other freaking little dog walks over there and he just sits there and growls and guards it. Like, what a cornball. Stop being mean, okay? Don't wag your tail. That's not a wag your tail moment. Okay. Well, yeah. Stay tuned, man. MarKicks. Burn.